G'day, welcome to Stitch Up Travels, and I'm in the lovely eastern part of London, a town or a suburb called Bethnal Green, pretty close to Shoreditch, Angel, Islington. If you're looking for it on the map, trendy, slightly hipster part of town, slightly east, still very central, still zone 2, just on the cusp. But yeah, I'm here and I'm actually looking at this lovely structure behind, so I'll just walk over here so we can get the full structure. So this is a memorial from that's just been erected in the last couple of years. It's commemorating an event that happened at Bethnal Green during the Second World War. So the Central Line runs through here, through the middle of London. Central Line runs from east to west, and the Central Line Bethnal Green station was under construction around the start of the Second World War, and construction obviously stopped at that. And as happened during that time, a lot of deep tube stations were then turned into air raid shelters. So the Bethnal Green air raid shelter was here, and a few years into the war, 1943, the air raid shelter sounded at 10 o'clock at night, and Londoners at that time had experience with air raids, and so it was very orderly, and everyone formed up and headed towards the Bethnal Green air raid shelter. And what happened was that around 2,000 people had already made their way down into the shelter. So the station's very big downstairs, 2,000 people are in there. There's room for more people, but it's taken a bit of time. The British actually had a new anti-aircraft gun that hadn't been fired before, and that was one of the first nights that this gun type was fired. And they fired some precautionary shots. There were no bombs dropped. It wasn't even, I don't even know if they're under attack, but they fired this gun, and it alarmed a couple of hundred people that were still making their way down this one entrance. And the entrance is right here where the memorial is, and that entrance was only 3 foot across, and there was no handrail, and it was an icy, slippery, cold night, and it was already about midnight by the time all this was happening. So in at the same time, a couple of buses pulled in, well, not buses but transports for people pulled in, and people were another, quite a few hundred people were also arriving to come down. So panic set in. A lady with her 3-year-old kid tripped on the third last step, and the kid was injured. The lady fell on the kid. The people directly behind fell on, and they blocked the area, and the people outside who were at the top of the stairs trying to head down to the deep tube station all rushed in. Anyway, 500 or 600 people were caught up in this mess, and people dispersed to other air raid shelters. They couldn't do anything, and people who were trapped in this deep stairwell, actually most of them weren't crushed, but they suffocated. So 173 people died in the awful situation. And yeah, it's the Bethnal Green underground tube station disaster, I think, officially. This is a beautiful memorial. We'll just go over here and have a look at this lovely memorial, because it's been erected in the last couple of years. There's a plaque there. In fact, right here is the actual Bethnal Green tube station tube station. And yeah, this beautiful memorial that's been constructed. It looks like wood. Definitely amazing to see it from the side profile, the staircase, and the names of some of the people that were there. And they're on all sides. It looks like wood, but it's in fact, no, sorry, it is wood. And then a concrete cantilevered structure, just to show people that it's a different type of war memorial. It's something that's historical to the area, and it's something that was absolutely tragic about the Second World War, but in my opinion, it's been commemorated quite beautifully at Bethnal Green. Hope everyone's well. Talk soon.